Welcome back to Average Takes weekly podcast,
Welcome back.
episode
Another week.
6.
Another Steelers win. We love it.
Son of a bitch.
Shut up.
Number one
Shut
team
up.
stays number one.
One of these days,
They
bro,
have
me
the
picking
three
against them is
easiest
gonna pay
teams.
off.
Yeah.
I hope not.
They can't stay undefeated forever.
I might just start saying that 16 become. You know who we play the next 3 games?
Cowboys.
Yep. Cowboys. Then we got
Bengals and
Bengals.
It's a
Jags.
tough game. Hey,
And
whoa,
Jags.
whoa, whoa. The Bengals did pretty good today. That might be a tough game.
Yeah,
You're right.
actually, you're right. They shut down.
I think I'm on Shenny's
Alright.
side with this one. Those 3 weeks looking pretty good to me. If I'm in
Yeah. Me too, bro.
Especially the 3 weeks you just
Looking
went
pretty
through.
good.
You feel like it's die almost. You got
We might
Before
be
this-
10-0.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Before the season started, I had no idea 10-0 was a possibility, and here we are. It's looking
definitely
really
a
good.
possibility.
If one of these teams knock them off, bro, and get rid of that O, I'm gonna be so
If
hyped,
it's anybody's
bro.
the
I'm gonna be
Bengals.
so lit.
If anybody's the Bengals.
Yeah.
I cannot
Yeah, we'll
believe
see.
it.
Definitely won't beat Jack.
If I can't do it, I don't know if anyone else can do it.
It's a good point. That was a close game today. Did you guys catch the Thursday night game?
Yeah.
A little bit,
First,
little bits and
disappointed.
pieces.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's tough. I think we all picked against Carolina on this, against Atlanta on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt good with that pick going against them, knowing that they blow leads. But they held on to it this time. I mean,
Didn't blow
I think
this
I
one.
said
Very shocker.
something about Julio a couple weeks ago, saying that if you get him going, like this Atlanta team might be like good, but you'd have to get him going consistently, staying healthy. Well, he showed up this week.
Well,
He
He
did.
did.
137 yards, 7 receptions.
Yeah,
What a day.
but Julio's literally that's give me 137 yards. He can't find the end zone. That's literally been a problem for him these last 4 years,
He
bro.
did not get in the end zone.
Matt Ryan
at all.
doesn't want to throw him balls in the end zone, and it's crazy because
He says, "Get us down there, and then we're gonna run it in, buddy."
yeah, maybe that's why they blow so many leads. They don't throw the ball to Julio.
I mean, Todd Gurley didn't even show up in
Tony
this game
Gonzalez?
until, like the second half.
Yeah.
Well,
I was watching the
I think they
pregame
punished him.
before,
for the last game.
and Tony Gonzalez goes, "This is the best 1-5 team I've ever seen." And I was like, you know what? He's kind of right with that, bro. This team doesn't look horrible. I remember saying on the podcast, I'm like, the offense is gonna show up. Now, if that defense shows up, which they did, they're gonna be able to squeak by and get a win. It looked like, bro, I texted you guys, I think, in the group, and it literally looked like when the Saints had the bounty hunting, they were going out, taking people out. That's what the Falcons defense played like. They were hitting hard. They were coming in fast. It was so crazy. They were flying around. I was like, where did this defense come from? You guys show up to play Carolina? Like, why,
Yeah.
bro? Where have you guys been for the last 6 weeks?
Exactly. And
Crazy.
prayers up, Teddy B. Looked like a late
Yeah,
hit.
is he
took him out of
injured
the
bad?
game. I don't know. I have not heard
Hope
anything
not.
about
Prayers
it.
up to every
Yeah.
player.
I remember he had a weird twirl on that hit.
But-
He got kneed in the knee and then
Yeah.
leveled.
Yeah.
Positive news for Panthers fans. Christian McCaffrey is coming back next week. For sure. Don't know how
It's
big the
very bright.
workload. Don't know how big the workload would be, but anytime you get Christian McCaffrey back, it's some positive news.
Game
It
changer.
sucks that
That's
they
what-
didn't win going into that. That would
Yeah.
help them.
Yeah, it's a division game that they needed to win. Like, you can't, and that division especially with the Bucks and the Saints playing right now, tough.
That'll
I
be
was
huge.
thinking Panthers not bad, bro. I was thinking Panthers had a chance to maybe do something in this division
Oh,
this
yeah.
year.
They were looking
But
good.
now after this, I'm like, what the fuck have I been looking
Mike
at?
Davis got
It's a whole different team now.
freaking 13 carries with 66 yards. So if Christian McCaffrey changes that around, they only lost by a touchdown. So
Well, in
Yeah.
McCaffrey's absence, Davis,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
his first 3 games though, he was money. Like they were like,
Mhm.
oh, we didn't miss a beat. These
Yeah.
last 3 games has been struggling, and you can see in this Panthers team that they need
Oh yeah.
him back bad.
Well, I think they've kind of found a little diamond in the rough. I think I really like this guy Davis, and using him with McCaffrey and being able to wheel McCaffrey back from injury and still get good use out of Davis. This Panthers team might be good, but
Yeah, maybe
it's
it is a
Yeah.
tandem.
hiccup this week.
Well, I read that their coach said that Davis in the game plan still because he's proven his gameplay.
He plays
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays hard, and he came in when we had someone injured. Like, you got to be able to give him some love after he stepped up like he did. I like to hear that, and I'm a big fan of the tandem running backs. I like having two running backs, especially when they're playing at high level.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, what
And
about
you know what?
No, you
Go
go.
ahead.
Nope.
I was
Go.
just thinking about what really lost the game for Carolina because they played some close games, and I'm like, it literally had to be those two drives where Teddy kind of sat out. You know, like it was pivotal points in the game. It's not like he sat out, but they pulled him to the tent and he was over there warming up for a whole drive. It's like, you guys are in
Yeah.
a fight to win the game. Put him back out there. I understand there's protocol and you got to make sure he's all right, but like, we're trying to win a game here. Like, this game's
Yep.
still close. It's not over. Let's throw him back
Suck
out
Division
there.
it up.
game, it was a must-win versus a team that doesn't have a good record. So
Yeah,
They
I
should
think
be looking
division
back.
games are always games you got to sell out for. Those are actually when you're trying to make a playoff run.
Yeah. Speaking of division games, how about the Buffalo Bills pulling off one against New England, huh?
Love to see it.
That's
Pretty.
this New England
It's a
team has
good game.
I
dominated
know
Buffalo. They have dominated Buffalo the last
not the
20.
same New England team though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay with saying that. New England's
And it was close
Doo-doo.
until Cam Newton fumbled the ball.
Last drive of the game.
Yeah.
Is it just me? But I feel like Cam Newton is such a selfish player, bro. He went in, they were down, I think, a touchdown and a half or something like that. And he goes and does his little dance in the end zone. I'm like, you guys are losing, bro. What are you celebrating in the end zone for, doing your little TikTok dance? Like, I just don't understand. You've sucked for 3 weeks in a row and you want to dance in the end zone? Like, I don't know. He just been frustrating me. I used to be a really big fan of Cam.
Me too.
I was hoping he was going to come out and be the guy, but like, I don't know. He just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth the way he did that.
Well,
Maybe
I
it's just
mean,
me.
yeah, I agree with that. But I just don't think this Patriots is the same at all. They have a lot of guys on injury. I mean, I can't name a wide receiver he was thrown to because Edelman's hurt. It's not the same team. They have the most
Yeah.
players sitting out because of COVID in the whole entire league. So, I mean, Belichick's doing what he can with the players that they have. Cam's definitely not shown up. I mean, he could only run the ball, can't throw it. Obviously, we saw that
Yeah.
all season now. So, I mean, this Patriots team is just looking to the future. I think they've been listening to some offers on guys. Build for the future, help Bill
Yeah.
out
As much-
this year.
well,
As much as Bill likes to talk and act like it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, that was a leader on that offense. So you can see
Oh,
the
yeah.
offense is struggling without their leader, you know. And no matter what, you can say what you want. There's probably some guys that are bitter about Tom Brady not being there. They came over to play with Tom Brady and the Patriots and Bill Belichick and be part of that dynasty. And now we got Cam Newton who's running the ball more than he's throwing it. I don't know. I just feel like there might be some division a little bit behind the scenes that's going on over there, and it's showing when they play competitive games and they're losing close games.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, ship Cam.
Well, these Patriots, or at least Cam, keeps letting these teams back into games with these turnovers that he has that are in crucial spots. I mean, Josh Allen was 11 for 18 today with 154 yards and an interception. I mean, that doesn't sound good enough to beat teams, but they won by 3. They won. Zach Moss had 2 touchdowns. The rushing game looked pretty fire today.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
running
One of
backs
the
kind of had a
worst in
good
the
day. They
league.
both had like 14 carries, plus 80 yards.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And that's what we were talking about. Their problem has been running. And now look at it. They kind of flipped the script on us. And Josh Allen, who we've been big on the podcast, is now kind of looking regular, and he's playing pretty decent. And their running
Yep.
game stepped up for him. They got
Yeah,
the
and
win.
that's
That's pretty big. That's a good sign for a team that's leading the division right now. That looks like a clear-cut front runner for the division.
Yep.
oh, yeah.
Allen had 154 yards and Stephon Diggs had 92 of them.
What a beast.
I still don't know. I'm still not completely sold on the Buffalo. I mean, they came off of
Me
a
neither.
weak win last week versus a terrible team, and we saw what good
I
teams
want
do
I want to
against
be
terrible
sold on them.
teams. I do too.
Yeah.
I
You
like
want to
this
be sold on?
roster. I like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
team. They, I mean, they're not doing bad, but it's ugly. It's ugly wins, ugly losses. Lately, at
Yeah.
I
least.
Hey,
agree.
Not all
Buffalo will
year.
take all the wins they can get right now.
Oh, 100%.
Buffalo likes these ugly wins, and it's hard to when you win ugly. It's hard to get any like traction of how this team feels. How can you in the playoffs? That's really all that
Identity.
matters. Yeah, that's really all that matters is how your team's gonna do in the playoffs. Because this win week 8 against the Patriots hopefully isn't gonna matter to them.
Well, the next couple weeks matter. I mean, they're going against the Seahawks next week, the Cardinals the week after, and even though the Chargers are 2-5, that's still stiff competition out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Those are
That's
tough
hard. Those are
games.
And
hard
then
3
after
games.
that is 49ers, Steelers, Broncos, Patriots again, and Dolphins to end their
Those
season. This is
not
a
not an
hard
easy
schedule
road.
to
That's
finish.
not
Not
an
an
easy
easy road.
schedule. Oh hell no.
This is week 8 too. Like this is halfway
Yeah.
through the season. We're already there.
Yeah.
This is halfway through, and I don't. There's like 2 teams that stick out in my head that are like, okay, these teams are probably after this week, especially. Like normally about week 8, you're starting to see the leaders and the pretenders start to fall off, but you're not seeing that this year. You're seeing a lot of teams still hanging, looking pretty bad, and they're just kind of in the mix still.
We could talk about the shocking news that the Cincinnati Bengals beating the shit out of the Titans, bro. That's crazy.
Exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Shitty teams still hanging around. Cincinnati, bro. How do
I
you
don't think
pull this
anybody
off?
saw it coming.
Literally, how?
Not anybody in the world saw that coming in.
Not after the way the Titans played against the
Yeah.
Steelers.
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
I would have
no.
never said
Crazy.
that the Titans lose. I mean, heart broke last week, and they were still thinking about it this week. Is the only thing I could think of is that they weren't looking ahead to this competition. They were dwelling over the past because,
Well, I
I mean,
think
Cincy hasn't been that good all year.
no,
No,
but
not really at all.
I'm thinking maybe the Steelers laid a game plan on how to attack this team, and it's punch them in the mouth first. You got to get them startled,
Yeah.
let them make the plays to get back in this game. And Derrick Henry, I mean, he's making the plays. 112 yards and a TD today. I mean, he's running. He's a running tractorcito out there. He's gonna do that basically every game.
Tractorcito.
You can pretty much guarantee 100 yards from Derrick Henry. And today, he got it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
I don't
man.
see how I don't like it doesn't make sense to me when I go look at the box score. I was watching a little bit of
You
the
look
game.
at
Like
those
I don't
numbers and
understand.
you're like, wow, how?
Yeah, like how, bro? And maybe it was the momentum coming off the big week from Joe Burrow last week, and they kind of like the team kind of realized, oh wait, hey, maybe this guy could lead us to a couple wins. Maybe we do have a chance here. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe Dunlop was a cancer, was ruining the team. I have no clue, bro. I have no clue.
He was a locker room
I honestly think Tennessee just
He
shot
just was
themselves in
troll.
the
ruining the
foot,
offense,
bro.
the
Locker
defense,
room
and everything. Yep.
I mean, it definitely could have been that, but I think Tennessee shot themselves in the foot, and that it's a bad loss versus a bad team. Now, Tennessee has some
That's so
stiff
ugly, bro.
comp coming up also. I mean, Bears defense isn't fake. They played good.
Yeah,
They got the Bears. They
Yeah.
have the Colts who, I mean,
just
I don't know. They look good.
looks great today.
And then they have the Ravens who, I mean, they lost today, but it's still a good competition.
So put up some points.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what the future holds for the Titans. I mean, I don't know, bro. You're supposed to win these games versus the bad teams.
You got to win these games. You
Yep.
have to win these games, bro. I'm sitting here thinking this team has just got a fluke loss to Steelers. I'm thinking they should have won that game. Now I'm like, what do we even do with this team? Like,
Yeah, I
who
agree.
are you guys? You guys look like shit today.
Wasn't a
Big
close game
doo-doo.
either.
Kind of like they
11
flip-flopped.
points?
No.
They flip-flopped the teams for the day.
Yeah, literally, they were coming back on the Bengals all game. It was literally a comeback game. I think the Bengals already had 31 at the start of the fourth.
They
I don't know if
had
that's accurate, but
31 with 7 minutes left. So yeah, I mean
it's pretty close.
half the
I
fourth.
was guessing. I was just throwing numbers out.
Next, we can talk about. You still want to talk about it, Bob?
No, I can move on.
Derek Carr had a day over there in Vegas against Baker Mayfield and the Browns.
Well,
Talk about that.
had a Derek Carr a day.
I mean, I wouldn't say any team had a day. Teams. I mean,
the Browns hurting without an OBJ.
He got the dub.
They couldn't score.
Yeah, he did.
this league has been so inconsistent all year long. It's so weird to me. I mean,
I don't understand.
I knew Josh Jacobs
Josh
Jacobs were gonna come back and have a good game, but
Well,
I didn't think that this was
Cleveland.
only 20 points in this game scored.
It was very windy in Cleveland today. That's why the passing game looks like that. But Josh Jacobs, 31 carries. Jesus.
The wind was
Feed
so
me,
bad.
a
said.
lot
they
of
had
carries.
to.
Yeah.
I expected this Raiders team
had
to
to.
win, but this was an ugly game. Like, it really wasn't. No team really
Ugly
stood
game.
out.
Yeah. That's what I was going
Did
to
you
say.
see the kick go from
I just go
one
40 on
side
KC and only
all
16.
the way? The wind was
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad, bro. It was unreal. That
You
field
would
goal
think that
attempt.
would, yeah. You can't really kick either in that wind. That's what I was just watching Pat McAfee talk about, how it's really hard to kick in Cleveland, and you saw it today. The wind was insane.
Yeah. Well, all the Raiders field goals were 33 yards and closer. So they were within 10 yards of the end zone, all those field goals, and they scored once. So that's all you need against this Cleveland team, apparently.
Yeah.
That was ugly.
Score one time. Hulu Live Baker came back. I'm glad he showed up today. I've been expecting him. Kareem Hunt, doo-doo. Nick Chubb comes back, I think, next week. So if you're a Browns fan, that's some good news, I guess. Jarvis Landry is the number one now, and
He had a good
he's
catch.
doing all he can tan. Yeah.
Still playing like a number two. He's still playing like a number two.
One good catch. It was pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
But I
Not
mean,
gonna lie,
this
not gonna
Browns
lie.
team
Yeah.
definitely is hurting from OBJ not being there. You saw all year that he was their top receiver, and I don't know. Baker is definitely Mr. Inconsistent.
This whole team has a
Ugly
lot of
game.
inconsistently, or players that are really talented that play inconsistently. Like OBJ, this is kind of the movie for him. He shows up for 5 games, plays really good, and then he's injured for the rest of the season. Like every year, it's the same thing. I don't know, and the same thing too. Kareem Hunt will look like Kareem Hunt of the Chiefs in his prime again, and then the next week he's playing like just regular running back.
Yeah.
It's just an inconsistent team.
Very inconsistent.
And you can't say it's the coach because how many coaches have the Browns gone through now? It seems like
It's
one
just
every
the
other year.
Culture. The Browns suck, bro. The Browns are just gonna suck. Like the sun comes up every morning, it goes down at night. Like, and the Browns suck. That's just a couple things we know.
You are the color of shit. You are going to be shit.
Cleveland's gonna Cleveland.
Simple. Literally, Cleveland's gonna Cleveland.
We love it.
Next, we got Indy facing the Lions. And they went off today.
I thought this was gonna be a real close game. The way the Lions have been playing.
I thought it was
Luckily,
a shootout for sure.
I caught my slip. I was thinking I was gonna go pick the Lions. I went ahead and switched that one real quick, but Phillip popped off. They used all of a sudden Colts have 6 running backs who can play at a high level. I don't know. They haven't been that great of a running game, but now they got 5 of them who are popping off.
Phillip
I just
loves
don't get
those
it.
running
A
backs.
lot of these
bro.
teams
He
look kind of
loves-
weird.
Philip loves the dump passes.
Does.
I mean, it works for him in that offense. There was Ty left the game early too with injury, and they still went off. Like,
This was a running back day for them,
yeah,
passing and rushing.
Well, I mean, they're not even using the most talented running back on that roster either. Jonathan Taylor had 22 yards today. It seems like they're putting him in the back seat, and they're gonna let these other guys just let the show run because they're being it right
That's
now.
Philip Rivers for you,
Yep.
bro. He just likes to pick one guy for a week or two guys for a week, and then he goes to the other guy the next week.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he
Yeah.
is.
And it's annoying because
Likes to share the love.
Naheem Hines, for fantasy purposes, he did this performance week 1, and then probably
Hasn't done it since.
combined points in the last 6 weeks, and then now goes off today. Like,
He was front flipping in the end zone, bro. Looked great today.
yeah. This Colts team's been kicking on all cylinders. I mean, it's
oh my
all
god.
aspects of the game has been working for them. So
Okay. I just looked at Detroit stats. They had 28 yards rushing today combined.
Yuck.
Holy
Yuck.
smokes.
AP was injured. That's why. Their
and
donkey was
Swift
out, bro. The
did
workhorse was out.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, Matthew, he's that's common. He's gonna put lines on his back and do all he can do, but you can't win games when you give up 40 points. That I think teams are probably and whatever when they
no
give up 40
defense.
points.
that Lions
And
team
whatever.
I thought was good. I thought their defense was decent. The
Yeah.
way they've been playing.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, they lost Kenny Galladay today to injury, so that's a big
Maybe that was
receiving.
big, yeah.
Like, what did the Colts do
But
to score 41 points on this Lions defense? I don't get it, bro. Like, what did they do differently than the other teams that have played the weeks before?
I
And
mean,
this Colts
they did.
offense has been shaky all year.
they scored all their points second quarter, not all of them, but second quarter they dominated. They got 21 points to 0, and they lost, and they
think I
won by
overestimated
20.
this Lions defense.
You overestimated it.
I don't know if
I
you
thought they were
necessarily
better
did
than because
they
the
have
scores that have been given up is pretty high.
Did D Swift get hurt
but-
today?
He only had 6
No.
carries, so I don't know.
No,
He
I think it
has
was
6
just
carries
Galladay.
with 1 yard.
yeah,
Yeah.
have a day.
Hey, you
That was
don't
my
you don't have
fantasy
Adrian
player,
Peterson
and
softening
didn't
up
do
that defense. You need softening up that defense a little bit. It's hard to run.
It's
You got to
very
have the
hard.
donkey in there.
That's crazy.
Well, Colts got their linebacker Leonard back, and he's a beast, young kid. So I mean, I think he helped them a lot. Obviously, his Lions' run game was nothing.
I mean, maybe defenses are just so elite and scarce this year that the best ones can just shut down teams, The Colts have the number 2 defense. I know they have a couple losses, but I don't think their
they-
defense was.
Are they the ones who gave up 50 to Cleveland?
No, Cowboys did.
Was that Indy?
Oh.
No, that was Cowboys.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm scrolling back. I'm checking. Hold on.
Pretty sure.
I think they did.
I think it was them
No,
who gave up 49.
No, 32 to the Browns.
And then did they win that game?
No, Colts lost that game.
Okay. So was it Dallas that gave up 49?
Yeah, I'm 1,000%
To
sure on
Cleveland
that.
had to be.
I'm literally
Sounds like
1,000%
Dallas
sure.
game.
Yeah. 23-32 is the score of that one.
Damn, I was just
Oh
hyping
my-
up a
bro,
team
my-
that lost
my
to the
computer
Browns. Are
fucked
you
up.
serious?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I know they lost to the Browns. So does that make the Raiders defense better than the Colts defense now? Like, I'm trying to do a little bit of NFL math. I'm a little confused.
Oh, I mean, no OBJ. How windy it was today. I don't think so.
True. Good
But-
points.
I think, I don't know. This Colts team is scary one week, weird another. Follows the inconsistency of this year.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
an NFL story.
Let's talk about some
So we
more
got another
inconsistent
shocking one.
teams.
What?
It's some more inconsistent teams coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vikings, Packers. What is going on
What
here?
is going on here?
Welcome back, Dalvin Cook. Have yourself a day, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. My
Welcome,
fantasy
welcome,
running back
welcome.
of the week.
Pissed.
Have yourself a day, sir.
Jenny, I think you've had like 5 weeks back to back with good fantasy pick. Like no cap.
I do.
Bullshit, actually.
In the last 5 weeks, I only pick guys that are on my team, so it's been awesome.
You led in rushing
you've been
and
hyped.
receiving
Been loving
today.
it.
Don't you have like 5
Oh,
leagues?
Again, a guy we were talking about, that's the original game changer on this podcast is Dalvin Cook. And look what
Dalvin
happens.
Cook,
He changes his game. Just like we were in what happens. Do they not score as many points? Do they end up winning the game when he was out? Yeah, look at they won the game, and they won against a good team.
Well, coming in this game,
Dalvin,
Green Bay was 32 in the rush defense. Like, it was set up perfect for Dalvin to have a big game. And, I mean, Green Bay had to have known what Minnesota's game plan would have been coming into this game, getting Dalvin Cook off the bye, rested, healthy. And they literally said, can you stop him? Okay, we're giving him the ball. That's all we're going to do. Then you can beat us. And they can't even do that.
couldn't.
Green Bay,
A-Rod had 200 yards, 2 TDs though. Still,
290.
3 TDs to
290,
my
yeah.
fantasy receiver of the week, who happened to be Devontae Adams. Great day, I love that. But you lost, so
Vikings just had the better defense, huh?
I guess.
Bro.
Damn.
Literally, I don't
Another
know how to
weird
like
week.
make picks in this league. I really don't get it, bro. Like how like nobody predicted that. I mean, I guess you could have. Like if you're a big Vikings fan, you're gonna go, yeah, Vikings are gonna win. But you
No,
like
definitely.
I just didn't see it. I thought the Packers are coming off a big game against Houston. They lost their one fluke loss. I was thinking this is like a top 5-ish team. Now I'm
Packers
like,
have
I
a
don't trust
great
them at all.
corner too. Jair Alexander has been holding wide receivers to nothing, and I thought Justin Jefferson might have been able to do a little something against him, but no.
Didn't do shit.
Didn't do
Adam
nothing.
Thielen and Jefferson had 23 yards or something like that, 25 yards.
I saw a statistic today that had 91% of bettors placed a bet on the Packers against the spread, and they lost. 91% of today's bets,
Including
it was
100%
supposed
of
to be a
this
sure thing.
podcast.
Yeah, literally.
Vikings. I don't even think I'm gonna pick you the rest of the
Wait.
year, honestly.
Wait, is Rodgers cooking the books, bro? He lose on purpose? He bet against himself? He's trying to make a little money on the side? Conspiracy theories?
No.
Hold up. Might be.
That would have been the Bucks game.
Is this some modern day Pete Rose?
Oh, it might be. That's going to be the scandal that gets him out, and Jordan Love starts because of it. Breaking news.
Wow. If we called this, amazing. We are true detectives.
Yeah, fucking possible that happens. Next we got
Pat
Chiefs
Mahomes party
and Jets. Yes, sir.
This game's
This is what good teams do to bad teams. This exactly. Patrick Mahomes had 5 touchdowns.
This is what the Titans should have done.
Was it the Titans last week or the
They're
Bills?
looking like the number 1 team.
It was the Bills last
I'm
week.
losing you guys. I can't hear you.
I just want to say one thing. Le'Veon Bell, if you listen to this, fuck you.
And I want to say one thing, Le'Veon. That's what you get. That is karma.
Say one thing, Le'Veon, come on the podcast.
That is karma.
You would probably ruin this too.
Yeah, you probably fucked this up too.
He'd probably hold out on us. Beg us for
Not
money.
showing up to this episode, guys.
Until you give me my check in the mail.
Bro, just like you guys are saying, Chiefs went ahead and did what they needed to do. dominant win. It's a really
Dominant.
bad team. And again, this is one of those few teams that are standing out in my head like, okay, this is a serious team, the Chiefs. And this is what we should have known. At least you guys all knew. I was the only one sleeping on the Chiefs.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Patty absolutely loves doing this to the teams that skipped on him, because the Jets really were thinking about drafting him, but the GM came out and said he doesn't think Patrick Mahomes is a franchise quarterback. Well, son, listen here. Patty
Who's the
Mahomes
wrongest
is a
first
real
year?
The
deal.
franchise quarterback.
I just think it's crazy
Love to
how
hear it.
when teams get up like the Chiefs did, usually they run it, be more conservative. Chiefs are not. Patrick Mahomes slings that
Don't
shit.
care.
He is slinging it.
He's
They
slinging
have
that
so much
thing.
trust in him, and he feels so much confidence playing football right now. It's so crazy. It looks like he's playing
True
Madden out there.
MVP, if you ask
All I
me.
gotta say, Chiefs fans, you have one more year with your offensive coordinator, then we're stealing them, and it's the Herbert show over on the other side of this division. Guess what? We're doing the same
All right.
thing. We got mini Patty Mahomes. We're doing it. That's my head coach of the
We're
future.
doing it.
Chiefs
I
offensive coordinator. Look him up.
Has Patrick Mahomes even lost 5 games in his whole career?
Probably not. Maybe at Texas Tech. Definitely not in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think his first year he was 11-5 actually.
Could have happened.
Now
I could be
I'm
lying.
just throwing fucking numbers out again. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I'm just throwing numbers out.
Next, we got more inconsistency with the Dolphins and the Rams.
We should just
Tua
Now
name
is
only
that
this.
had one-
inconsistency?
Tua had one touchdown.
Is it
and they
inconsistency?
won.
Or is it Miami showing up, bro? Now imagine this.
I mean, it's
Imagine if
not
I told you
inconsistency
beginning
for
of the year.
Miami. Miami's on 4. This is their 4th win in a row for Miami.
Yeah, that's what I'm
chugging
saying. That's what I'm
along.
saying. Exactly. It might not be inconsistent football, it's just Miami now and looking like a real team. Now, if I told you beginning of the year the Bills and the Dolphins were going to battle for first place in their division,
Would have never heard.
I don't know if
Would've
anybody would have
probably
guessed. I
slapped
think
you.
people had more faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. More people probably had faith in the Patriots with Cam Newton than the Dolphins at making a run.
100%.
With
But
Stidham
my
probably.
question
Fitz
is
magic.
about this Dolphins team is, did they bring Tua in too early? Because Tua didn't do nothing today. Don't
didn't.
try to
I don't
say
know.
he
I
did
think
anything
this was
to
a
win
perfect
this.
game for Tua to play.
I mean,
Think so?
you think
Because
so?
the
Like
defense
this-
took care of it. All the pressure was off of him.
Honestly, I think this defense is really stepping up, and they're playing good against these teams that they need to play good against, and that's what's
It made-
keeping them in these ball games. I mean, they had a pick six today, I think, or was it I think it was a pick six, and then they had the punt return.
It's a scoop and
Yeah,
score.
scoop and score.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then they had the punt return, which was huge. That's obviously that gave them. That's the reason probably they won. They won by 14 and
The four
those points right there.
Yeah, the
Or
four
it could have been
turnovers by
Jared
Goff
Goff's
is
2
why they won.
picks.
Nah,
Yep.
it's Miami team's for real.
I actually don't mind this Miami team. Like in Tua, I think like this was the perfect game for him to come in. The defense had his back. He didn't really have to like stress for the win. He got to come in, get some game speed. I mean, he
Yeah.
didn't look great. Like he made a couple of throws where it was like, what are you throwing at? But that's all rookies. No rookie really comes out and just shines, I didn't realize he was as small as he is. I had
Only
no
6
idea he was
foot
so
or something
small.
like that.
Yeah, he's like Drew Brees size.
Yeah.
I literally, as soon as I saw him out on the field, I was like, damn, Tua's a small quarterback. And he's lefty. And I'm not going to lie, bro. They want to hype up like he was the first lefty quarterback since so-and-so, or the last 5 lefty quarterbacks to throw a touchdown. They showed the list. Oh, Jarvis Landry was on there. Like, come on, bro. He's just left-handed.
Oh, my
He just happens to be a quarterback and left-handed, bro. Let's not hype up. He's not Michael Vick, bro. Let's all chill out. Let's see how he does, though. I think
I think
we
you're
were
right.
talking about how hard the Bills schedule is coming up. Dolphins schedule is kind of opposite. I mean, they
Is it
do
even
have
worse?
a hard game in there or two, but it's definitely not as hard as the Bills, what they have coming up. So this Dolphins team might be able to steal the first place in this division.
exactly.
My
And his
fantasy
coaches are
pick
dumb,
last
bro.
week, Michael Gaskin went off. I'm starting to trust him more and more. He's putting points up every week.
I think with the fact what you're saying about Tua is you think this is the right game. I think you're right about that because he needs to get his toes dipped in the water. This NFL,
Wet.
how this,
And he
I mean, 93
did it
yards
against
and
a good
93 yards and a
East
TD.
ones.
Little feeler game. I'm not mad at it.
My
Oh,
Wi-Fi
yeah.
is terrible today.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is shit in the bed, bro. I think you guys will be fine on the recording, but my Wi-Fi will just be glitching out.
I hope it's good because it's
But
not recording good on my screen right now.
yeah, you've been fine the whole time we've been talking. Again though, like looking forward for the Dolphins, like could they be a team to win the division? Maybe. They played well against good teams, like they just beat the Rams, and the Rams are a top 10 team if you're following our power
Holy.
rankings.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude! Jared Goff threw the ball 61 times today.
Yeah. They can't run the ball.
God,
they don't have a solid running back.
Yeah.
Like I
They
literally
have
said
nobody
this
in
on
the
the
backfield.
podcast last. I was just saying like Jared Goff is probably like their team is so inconsistent. They got some pieces that could be good, but they're hit or miss. I don't think Jared Goff is the guy. He plays like I think he's just a mid quarterback. He's a quarterback, but he's oblivious to pass rush. Like
Yep.
there was a couple throws where the guy's already like holding him and he's trying to throw the ball still. That's why he had so many fumbles. I'm like, what are you doing?
He
Like,
makes
you're trying to
such
do too
bad
much.
passes when he's rushed.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's good enough to have 61 attempts in a game, but they were down a lot trying to get back in this game, so they had to pass. But 61 from Jared Goff is unacceptable. I think that should never happen.
I agree.
And he's not good enough to. He completed four over half. Like he got 35 and out of 61. That's almost 50%, almost like 57.
This is what happens when you let ego get in the way of building a football team. You didn't want to bring Todd Gurley back. Imagine this team with Todd Gurley.
Yep.
Yeah.
This might be one of the best teams in the league.
Because Henderson's
Like,
not bad if they had the duos. Because
yeah,
the NFL,
Henderson's not bad, but
But
Yeah.
he needs that. He
he's
needs
not a
Todd
solid
Gurley.
he
running
can't
back.
have he's not that
No.
workload type of guy. You can't depend on him for
He
the whole
needs
game.
Todd Gurley.
Yeah, and then you got Malcolm Brown to mix it in with. Like who, bro? Malcolm Brown. Like all these running backs in the league are so talented. Like you look at every depth chart. There's probably 3 running backs who could start on NFL teams, right? Of every team.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to be able to put numbers up every now and then. Guys who are consistently good are that next level up, though. And that's what the Rams need. They need a guy who is that next level up. And that would change their whole team around. You got Goff throwing 60 times. That's like insane to me.
Yeah, because Miami scored all their points in the first half. They didn't have 1 point the second half of this game. So the Rams got down early and they got down by a lot.
The Dolphins' defense outscored their offense.
Literally.
Yeah.
I agree what you were saying, Tanner. I think that they should just go trade for Todd Gurley. He's on a 1-year deal. Bring him back into this clubhouse. He would fit here. I mean, obviously, he spent so many years here. These guys don't get mad when players leave. I mean, that often. So I know that he would most likely be accepted back. I don't know how.
I think that's the problem. I think McVay and him have problems or something. Because why would you let that type of talent go?
He wasn't.
know.
He's hurt. He was when he
was
left.
hurt
He
a
wasn't.
lot. Like
He wasn't the best
Exactly.
he was. Yeah.
But you didn't have faith in him, and now he's going and showing you. Now you want to go, come
But,
back,
I
come
mean,
back, come back, come back. It's too late.
I think he's better than what they have, even like banged
Oh,
up
yeah.
how he's been.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his
Yeah,
potential.
he's definitely better than what they have.
and he's only on a 1-year
But at
deal.
that time, they
Ego
were
did
looking in the
nothing for him.
future.
I don't even think the Falcons. I think he signs with the Falcons after this year.
You know what? I don't blame him at all. I wouldn't go back to the team just out of spite. Like I literally just personally, if you're not gonna invest in me for the future, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be at top level. Todd Gurley knew he was gonna come back and be good again. He probably said this to them in meetings, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna go another direction. Fuck you guys.
Drafted
then.
a kid and then
Fuck yeah.
it hasn't really worked out.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Shenny, next game, I'll let you take the road on this one. Like
Okay.
your 10 minutes.
I
of
know.
freaking fame.
I know y'all know exactly what game's coming up. Steelers versus Ravens. Wow, what a week! 7-0. 7-0. And I remember 3 weeks ago when you said we have the Titans, the Browns, and the Ravens.
Knocked them off.
I
Knocked them
remember
off.
Roman going LLL. And you know what?
Got 'em all.
WWW.
Yeah, you know what? That's 3. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 W's around here.
Grr.
I picked against them. I don't know why I'm so hyped.
This Steelers team, oh my. Pick 6, third play of the game. Are you serious? Way to come out, punk you in the mouth, Lamar Jackson. We already knew you
Same
struggled
thing
against this
versus the
team.
Browns.
We already knew you struggled against this, and then you just give us a pick 6. Thank you. Lamar
First pick 6 of his career.
Jackson, garbage.
That was Spillane.
Yeah. Spillane,
Hey,
who's
how
coming
much-
in for Devin Bush. Beast.
How much Toradol do they got Spillane on, bro, after that Derrick Henry hit he took, bro? That shoulder no good still. I'm telling you, every bone in that side of his body got shattered after
That's
that.
why they went and
Yep.
traded for linebacker today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the guy who we traded for, but he's a veteran guy who's going to control this defense. Maybe bring him up a level that we've never even seen of.
Yeah.
Because
I think the big thing of this team, the Steelers team, is we've talked about it over and over again. TJ Watt, bro. This guy, like, he leads in every defensive category that you would want an outside linebacker to lead in. Tackles
Yep.
for loss, quarterback pressures. He's up there in sacks at number 2. Like, he's a playmaker. And if to have one of those guys on the defensive side of the ball who makes plays every play, he doesn't take plays off, is huge. It's so crazy to me. This defense is so good for the Steelers, and that's obviously like the biggest part is good too. I can't lie. Like, they're not great, but they're solid. You know, this Steelers team to me is the best team in the league for sure.
what I think is really bizarre as well. Last week when Titans, Derrick Henry had 75 yards. This week, they had Gus Edwards 87 yards, Lamar Jackson 65 yards, and then J.K. Dobbins 113 yards. Like, they ran the fuck out of the ball. They ran the fuck out of the ball, knowing Lamar Jackson can't throw anymore. He's lost
Well, you
any
don't
passing
want to
game.
He was
throw.
dropping dimes today.
You don't
though,
really
bro.
want to throw against that Pittsburgh defense, though.
Yeah.
No.
You have him in
Nah.
the pocket too long. Like, that's how injuries hurt or happen. That's how you get those strip sacks. Like, he's better running the ball. And
No, and I'm perfectly fine with Gus Edwards having 87 yards, J.K. Dobbins having 113 yards.
Yeah, go
I am
off.
perfectly okay with that. That is awesome. Let those guys have a day, you know. I had 100 yards against the Steelers. Oh my God. Did you win? No, you didn't, buddy. Doesn't matter. And the best part. Bob, please let me know who the Steelers' next 3 games are. Who are they playing against?
we already talked about it.
Oh yeah,
Well, the next 3.
Cowboys next week.
Oh,
The
shit.
Bengals after that,
Bengals and the Jags.
and the Jaguars. So, sorry, 10-0 looks really realistic for this team.
Bengals do
Very
it. Yeah.
realistic. Hey,
The Bengals
I'm okay.
do it.
Bengals do it.
you know
yeah.
what? You know what? I'm okay 9-1. I'm very okay being 9-1.
You would be very upset if one of those teams beat you. Don't
Oh,
say that.
yeah.
Don't say you're okay
Oh,
with 9-1.
yeah.
You're gonna be so
Just because you
mad
said
if one of
that,
those
just because I
teams
said
beat you.
that, when it happens, I'm gonna rub it in even more now. Just because you said that.
Hey,
Have to.
I didn't say it's gonna happen. I just said I'm okay with it. Because you know what's
Deceived
gonna
yourself. Now
happen?
you're losing every game.
You know what's gonna happen? 16-0.
That Claypool
I can
tweet
smell it
was
cooking.
hilarious.
Claypool's
I
a
saw that in
dog.
the story.
I know.
He
Losing?
lucky.
Never heard of her.
Oh,
Yeah.
never heard of her.
He's lucky he jumped back on that fumble
Perfect.
that he had, or else he wouldn't have been able to tweet that.
Oh.
Hey,
I just
don't lie though, Shenny. When the Ravens were on the 8 in the fourth quarter and they were about to score, you were shaking in your boots. a
You
little.
were shaking
They
in
down
your
4.
boots,
You were
bruh.
you were shaking your boots.
When it was
Fourth quarter down
17
4.
No.
before halftime, you were shaking in your boots.
was not shaking.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
full confidence
Yeah.
in this Steelers defense. I knew they were gonna stop Lamar Jackson on that 4th and 3. It's just this
They
confidence.
did it. They did it.
It's
Yeah.
just a gut feeling. I knew Goskowski was gonna miss a field goal last week. I don't know. Maybe I just know this year.
Yeah.
Scary.
Looking like it.
Or you're
looking
riding
like
a
it.
hot wave.
Hey,
Riding
Yeah.
the
I got my
wave.
my 7 jersey on because it's 7 wins this year. Yeah.
Shenny surfboarding this year with the Steelers.
All right, the highlight light is off of you now, Shanny. Zip it.
Yeah, because I
We
still
got
believe in this
Chargers.
offense. I don't believe in it.
Never mind.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it. I don't believe in it.
Wait,
Why?
what?
The Steelers'
What?
offense.
Jimmy, we were
Oh,
down
come on,
the
Bob.
final drive and
Come
then
on,
said,
Bob. After
this
today,
is
What
you
my
they
gotta
time.
looked
believe
like
in
last week, and then what Tennessee looked like this week. I mean,
bruh.
You're right.
are we
I see
really
the
high
NFL
on
I
these
see it.
teams?
I see the NFL math.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
like,
not. I'm not super high on the offense.
I'm
but
high
I
on
think
the
after
Chiefs
today,
right
they were
now.
solid.
I'm high on
I'm
the
high on.
Chiefs, for
I'm
sure.
high on the Steelers, but that offense is still scary to me.
When do the Chiefs and Steelers play?
Playoffs.
AFC Championship.
Playoffs. Yeah.
They don't play at all in the regular season?
Nope.
Oh, those lucky sons of bitches, bro. Pittsburgh dodged a silver bullet, bro. A Coors Light silver bullet, bro.
So-
And Shenny is
bullet.
not lying that 16-0 looks good. Like looks
Yeah.
good
No.
for the Steelers
Because even the next 2-3
realistic.
teams after that is still looking easy for them.
I mean, the competition's always going to be in your division.
I
Yeah.
love.
Maybe the
I
Ravens
think-
will do it to you next time.
No, I think our next test will be replay the Ravens Thanksgiving night
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Big game.
Well,
Lamar Jackson gets his revenge back on you.
Lamar Jackson hasn't even thrown for. Today was his career high against the Steelers, 202 yards. So
Yeah, and he had 2 picks. Imagine if he didn't.
he won't. He's a turnover machine. This Pittsburgh team. We've had a sack in 64 straight games. That's 4 years in a row, and we've had turnovers. And I think that streak ended. Fuck. But we had turnovers.
Yep.
We had turnovers
Backtrack that one.
for like 20 straight games. It was amazing. But hey, 7-0. Here we go, baby.
Here we go, baby. Next, we got the damn Chargers and Broncos, dude. Let's get it over with. Hurry up.
I don't want to
can't
get
believe
over
it.
with. I want a big win.
Bro.
We were up 20.
This Broncos team is amazing. This Broncos team is
at
comeback
halftime
kids.
had nothing. At halftime had nothing, and they ended up with a
True
W.
Lock
team.
looked
Fire this coaching staff.
defeated
What
in
are
the first
we
quarter.
No,
doing? What are the
True
Chargers
Lock
doing?
is a beast.
No, in the first
Early.
quarter, he looked defeated. He threw that pick, and he looked pissed, bro.
Drew Lock is a
200
backup quarterback at best.
248 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wow,
Backup
what a great day!
quarterback at
And
best.
one
Yeah.
to end the
Backup
game.
No.
quarterback at best.
One to
No.
walk off the game to cap the 17 plus
Whoever was paying the
blown
refs,
points.
find me, please.
Paying the ref, Jimmy.
Fire
You watched the
Anthony
game?
Lynn and move on tomorrow.
Today.
Just
Do
do
it
it.
today.
No
It's
game.
11:36. You still have time. Fire him now.
No coaches get fired Mondays. That's just the rule.
I think
I
the
hope
Chargers
they
deserve to have
have
Anthony Lynn,
access
bro.
to
I
him.
think he's a great coach. He keeps
After-
them in games. He gives them leads. I don't know what these Charger fans are thinking.
I love it, bro. You want to disrespect
game
the whole
plan
city
at
named San
halftime.
Diego, bro? This is what you get. You get to shit the bed with Anthony Lynn for 4 more years. I hope he stays, bro. I hope he
I
signs a
don't want
max
it, bro.
extension and he's the longest tenured Chargers coach in history.
No. I don't want him.
Need
Don't
it.
want him.
Hate the Chargers. Hate you for disrespecting San Diego.
Herbert looked great today. Mike Will looked great today.
Doesn't
Freaking
matter.
pissed, bro.
Herbert's a stud, and I love the future. Tank for a
Herbert
top
really
5
good.
pick, and then fucking
Yeah.
Hey,
Chiefs.
So you're
I'd
saying
rather you
tank now?
guys keep blowing leads if you're gonna tank for the top 5 pick. Keep it interesting.
too.
You know, it's
Me too.
it's always great games watching teams come back.
I love Heart Attack Sundays.
Great covers. You know, yeah, it's amazing. It's
It makes it exciting. They're still having a chance, you know.
yeah, it's just
I got
awesome
5
because
holes in the wall.
they're all like Charger fans are like,
I didn't even blink.
if we just blow the lead, we'd be 5-1.
Bro, we've been
Bro.
double-digit leads in all these games. They don't change game plan. They just roll with it. It's fucking – I'm over
And it
it.
happens every time.
I'm over
happens
It's like on
every time.
Remember the Titans when he goes, "We're gonna run the ball all night,"
Oh, die.
and they literally
Yep.
like that's literally
do
what
it
they do. They
whole
just do
night.
the same thing all game.
I just
It was terrible.
it might not even be a coaching problem. Might be a personnel problem. Maybe you don't have the right guys on the field.
Come
Oh,
on.
Jesus Christ. Shenny.
Where are we
This team
lacking then,
looks good.
Shenny?
Defense, mental
Shenny's just-
game. You had a PI in the end zone with 1 second left, Jimmy. PI in the end zone.
That
That's
was
not who's
not
paying
a
the refs.
PI.
Who
That was
paid
not
the
a
refs?
PI.
It wasn't
That
PI.
was not a
So
PI.
PI.
It was
that
not
was so
PI.
PI.
That
That
was
ref
not
a
a
big
PI.
Broncos fan.
So
That ref
PI.
was a
Yeah.
big Broncos fan.
Where's the
He was
penalty
all
for
over
Simmons
him. He was
crown
pushing him
of the
out of
helmet
bounds.
to fucking KO our running back?
Yeah.
Legal.
True.
Legal.
That's
Okay.
legal, but the
Let me
other
come do that
one-
to you. Legal.
Yeah.
Now I know where your football head lies at, bro. Under some rocks. You got no
Not
In the
true.
trash.
football IQ, bro. You ride a hot team because you're a Steelers fan. You lucky, bro. That's all it is.
What about my fantasy players the last 2 weeks? No football IQ? Come on,
Hey,
Jimmy.
You got to
Come
give him credit
on.
for the fantasy players. Low credit for the
Come
fantasy
on.
players.
Those aren't givens.
is now.
Those are not givens.
He is surfboarding on the Steelers wave, but fantasy points.
No
Next we
surfboarding
got
here. We're in the
Saints
trenches.
do it in overtime against the Bears.
In the streets. Yeah, OT with the Bears.
And the
The
Saints
Bears
still don't have
kicked
the
the field
top
goal,
receivers.
got the
2
dub.
receivers still out. Michael
Oh,
Thomas.
yeah.
Winning games, too.
And my boy Drew Brees, 280 yards with 2 touchdowns, bro. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
yes, sir. But
What
hey,
kind of day
remember,
did
roll
Aaron
back to
have?
pod one when
What
he
kind
was
of
when his
day did
career was
Aaron
over.
have? Exactly.
Great game versus a good defense.
Hey, Drew Brees having no wide receivers, cranking his tight ends. You see that? He cranks his tight
Yeah.
ends.
This
Cranks.
is another big win for the Saints too. And remember, they have an early win over the Bucks, a division rival. I think they're undefeated in division. I'm pretty sure
They might be.
they beat. I think they're 4-0 in division right now.
I'm kind of
3-0.
pissed they have Taysom Hill as a tight end.
Saying Buccaneers, though, they got them next week. Literally next week. Next after that,
Oh, they're playing next
49ers.
week.
Sunday night.
And then
It's gonna be
Falcons.
fire.
Yeah.
It's a
It's gonna be
great game.
gravy game
That's going to
because
be a great game, bro.
the Bucks looking for a little revenge and the Saints looking to establish.
Hopefully, Michael Thomas
Teams going like
is
this right
back
now, about to run into each other.
Yep.
They're peaking.
Well, what's Saints Bears?
Michael Thomas.
I was
why is
gonna-
he still out?
He's
Is
on the
this-
AB program, buddy.
Is it his
Boxing too
hammy?
much.
Is it him getting in a fight 3 weeks ago at practice? Like, are we serious, bro? You're not gonna let him play football?
What is
Trade
it?
him.
Trade him, yeah.
Trade him.
I mean, this is stupid at this point.
Literally.
I think it's him. I don't think it's anyone has anything to do with him not playing. I think it's him not wanting to play. I don't know. That fight at practice may have triggered something deep down in him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's
Maybe.
going on in New Orleans. New Orleans still finding ways to win with Alvin Kamara. Basically, that's all they have.
Yeah.
Basically, he was led in rushing and receiving today.
Yeah, Kamara.
Kamara's a stud, bro.
That just shows how good this team
Stud.
is. And imagine if Michael Thomas was back.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. You got to just weigh your risks. Like, we're winning without him, so let's just trade him, see what we can get for him, and then move on.
Yeah.
That's what I would do at least. But
To
then
be
again,
honest,
trade
I
him
don't
to
think
the-
they
if
pull
it is
off
something you
against
can
the
fix,
Bucks.
nope. Trade him to the Jets.
yeah. Yikes.
I don't think they pull it off this. Next
Nobody
week.
goes. Everybody blocks that trade. Like he would rather Ryan than get. I'm just gonna sit out off season.
Yeah, I don't know. That's ugly.
Out
Maybe the
onto
Bears try to go get him.
Next
I
we
don't know.
got
Ooh,
we got the Seahawks coming after a tough loss last week, beating the 49ers.
The
can't
Seahawks really
believe you guys
shoved my words in my mouth.
picked
It was a
against the Seahawks.
DK Metcalf show. See what happens when you throw to DK more. That's just what happens when you throw to DK more, bro.
This is the game that
They
I
didn't throw
thought was
to
going to be
DK.
the weird
They threw
one.
DK once last game. Yeah.
And it was kind of weird. Seahawks guys
kind of.
walked off the field. I don't know. They said he was hurt. Then he said he was fine. Then they got him walking to the locker room. Then Kittle joined him a little bit later. I don't know. Seahawks still
Yep.
look good after their loss last week. I mean, I don't know. Their defense still a little sketchy. 27 points, and they let this backup quarterback come in and throw a couple of touchdowns on them. So I'm not really like believing in the Seahawks, but they're still winning.
It was a
these
comeback,
games.
though, for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of a
Mhm.
blowout, and the 49ers started to, like, make it look a little nicer. But, like, that makes this Cardinals team, in my head, step up a little bit because look how they handled the 49ers, the Seahawks did, and the Cardinals just beat the Seahawks team. Maybe that's why the Seahawks came out so dominant because they lost a division game, and they were like, no, not again. But that Cardinals team looks pretty serious. The Seahawks team kind of showing their dominance. This division's shaking up a little bit. Like it's a nice division, honestly.
It's up in the air for sure.
If the Seahawks
Yeah.
could go get another defensive player, I would be happy because I think they need it still. But we haven't even seen Dunlap till next week. So I mean, I don't know.
I purely made my decision on this game based that I totally thought the game was in San Francisco, and then this morning I realized it's in Seattle, and Seahawks handled them easily. Yeah, Jimmy G got hurt. Yeah, George Kittle got hurt. Yeah, Tevin Coleman got hurt. But those guys have kind of been banged up in and out in these last 4 or 5 weeks. It sucks, but Kittle, no broken bone in his ankle, so hopefully he comes back next week. Yeah, good news. Nick Mullins, he's kind of a little beast backup. You know, I can't call him a good starter, but he's a good backup.
Fuck that guy.
Just
better than Jimmy G, honestly.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of Jimmy
G. Like, was he even hurt? Was he? They were getting blown out, so they take him out of the game and pray the backup does good. Like, I feel like that's what they did.
He broke a nail, bro. He broke a nail, and they just had to get him out of there. They're sick of him.
God, this 49ers team just
not a big fan of Jimmy.
It's the traditional 2020, inconsistency. You don't know who's coming out each week. Sucks. Yeah. The only team is going to show up every week is the Chiefs and Steelers, and it's crazy.
Yeah, the inconsistency makes it so hard to like follow along, bro. Like you just never know who to pick. You never know who's going to be a for sure win. The only thing that's guaranteed right now is that it's going to be inconsistent.
And one other thing,
literally,
is that the Cowboys lose again.
And
Eagles,
they don't
Cowboys,
score,
bro. Yeah.
That's very consistent.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Cowboy season ended when Dak broke his ankle, bro. That's when Cowboy season ended. He was carrying this team.
Oh my god,
on his back.
So did my fantasy season.
Dak was carrying this team, and I mean, I said it a couple of weeks ago when the Eagles were going to win this division 6-9-1 or something like that, and I mean, they're getting these games. They're ugly games, but they're winning the division.
But they're doing it.
I saw a statistic today that Carson Wentz is 1-15 versus teams with winning records. He has one win his whole career against team with winning records. And then I saw another thing that if the teams only win, the NFC East only beats each other and they lose to everyone else, the Eagles will win the division 4-11-1 and host a home game. Oh my god, I totally see that happening. I honestly don't see them beating anyone else right now.
Yeah.
These teams are terrible. They're honestly going to win the division 4-11-1, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be the worst playoff team I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like.
I don't know. I'm honestly like. Sorry, Bob. I can't hear you guys. It's my Wi-Fi has been.
It's all right.
What were you saying?
I was saying that. Honestly, I don't remember now. I was saying what was coming up.
That's my bad.
The Eagles are. It's going to be ugly, but they do have games that they could win coming up. I mean, Giants, of course. Browns have been pretty ugly. And then Seahawks, no. Packers, probably not. Cowboys, Washington to finish their season.
Well,
so, I mean, it does look like they will only win some division games this year. And that's what makes me hate NFL playoffs, like the bracket. Why don't we just do that? What the NBA does, best 8 win. Best 8 go.
Yeah,
Because if we have such
I agree.
differences, like
These divisions are sad.
yeah, or
Yeah.
shake up some divisions,
Well,
like a couple
Exactly what you're
years
saying.
ago. You know, like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
ugly. That
I mean,
NFC East has been ugly for years, though. It's not just this year. That team to come out of there's always 8-8, maybe 9-7, but
It's always, yeah.
yeah, and I don't even know how the Eagles
But
won the Super
that
Bowl
team
that year.
just won. That Eagles team, yeah, they just won a Super Bowl. You know, like that team. Those teams come out shaky, but they end up winning in the playoffs. Like
that's what
maybe.
I'm always scared of, an NFC East team in the playoffs. I have no idea
Yep.
why. I'm always scared. Except this year, maybe not this year, but
Eli made a career off of that, being a shaky team in the regular season and going and winning
Yeah,
it. You know,
he
like that's
did.
what Eli kind of like. That's his little staple to his career. He was the kryptonite to Tom Brady. Now, was he a top 5
Doing it
quarterback?
against the greatest.
I don't think so.
Probably
Well,
not.
guess what? He's 2-0 in Super Bowls against the guy. I don't know.
Not a single year was he top 5 ever.
and
in my book.
for Philly
Hold on, bro.
fans,
Don't get me started about Eli. We don't got to go there right now. But that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother podcast.
for Philly fans, I'm sorry. Fantasy quarterback of the week, Carson Wentz. Man, 4 turnovers. You suck. You look terrible today. Dallas is the worst defense in the league, and you look terrible. How does that happen?
Literally terrible, bro. Nick
It's so
Mullins had a
fighting the
better
Charger
day.
fans right now, but I'm also sorry to all the Cowboy fans because you season
Yeah,
was
Oh
so
my
Cowboys
God.
fans, the Cowboys relied on Ben DiNucci to throw for 40. He threw the ball 40 times, and he hasn't thrown. Jesus, how do you throw the ball 40 times? For real? You have
Why
Zeke.
are we
You have
letting
Zeke.
this guy Ben DiNucci play?
Ben DiNucci.
It's
He is the only healthy guy on the team.
Yeah.
Literally,
all
bro,
uglies over there.
sign anybody else in the free agency pool. Like literally,
I would literally be like, Johnny
understand. Do
Manziel,
these guys
how are you feeling right now? Your arm
Bro.
still looking good, maybe?
at least at best we sell a bunch of
Johnny's
jerseys?
like,
I'm
I'm in
calling.
the club. What up, homie?
You know who I'm calling, bro? This team needs a prayer. This team needs a leader. You know who I'm calling?
Oh, you're calling
Big time
Tim
Tim,
Tebow.
bro. Tim
Yeah.
Tebow. Yes, sir, bro. Tim Tebow saves this team. He takes them to the playoffs. They can win this division with Tim. You
Let
heard
me
it here
remind
first.
you,
Get him
Tim
out of baseball,
Tebow
bro. Get him
is
playing quarterback.
hitting off the tee right now. All right, he
Yeah,
is
he's,
not
no,
he's
touching
in
get
a
him out of there,
baseball
bro.
world right now. He
Get him
hasn't
out
thrown
of
a
there. We need
football
him.
in
The
years.
streets need him. The
I'd
Dallas
rather
streets need
take
him.
Kaepernick over him right now.
Oh God, bro.
But
Here we
Jerry
go.
Kaepernick
Jones
is
Now
fire
you,
pick.
would not sign Kaepernick.
I think the only person in the world to bring the Cowboys back from this misery is Tony Romo. That guy is the best quarterback
fuck.
in 3.
This guy, bro, loves
You
Tony
are
Romo. I
an
can't believe it.
idiot.
You are the only person I've ever met that actually likes Tony Romo, bro. I really can't believe it.
He's a
You're
dog.
an idiot, dude.
I think
I don't
Cheney's a
even-
Cowboys
I don't
fan,
even think-
actually.
Huh?
Cheney's a Cowboys
Huh?
fan. Tony Romo.
Yeah.
It's all coming
Loki,
now.
Loki.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
Cowboys.
All
Loki
coming now?
Cowboys fan.
It's coming.
Bro, I don't even think Cowboys fans who watched the Cowboys back then like Tony Romo.
Tony Romo is like the leader in all passing stats. He's the best quarterback to come out of Dallas ever.
Bro, I'm telling you, you could have gave a blind monkey his position and fed him as many throws as he could. He had Jason Witten, probably one of the best tight ends ever, as a binky his whole career, bro. Literally, that's a guaranteed 20 catches a
He
game.
had so many good receivers come in
Yeah,
and out
Miles
of
Off-
Dallas, bro.
Literally.
Des Bryant. They had so
Des
many guys.
Bryant.
That's
yeah.
what happens when you're the best. You get the best.
Oh, fuck,
No.
bro. This guy loves Tony Romo.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
This guy's
That's
an idiot.
insane.
Are you related to
Um,
Tony Romo or something? Like, you
Yeah.
gotta give him a shout
What's-
out?
What's going on, bro? Do you know him
Yeah,
personally?
Uncle Tony, if you're listening to this,
Tony
You're
Romo.
welcome.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. that's sick.
Yuck,
Keep
bro.
announcing these games. If Dallas calls, make sure you come back because they need you.
Honestly, bro, I'd rather try to get Jay Cutler from the fucking sports desk.
I'd rather chosen Rosen. Like, I've been asking.
Chosen Rosen, yeah.
He's
You got a
worse than Ben
first round.
DiNucci.
No, you got a first round talent over there just learning from Tom Brady right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You go, you know what,
That's a good
Tom?
point.
Thank you for just training our quarterback for the last 8 weeks
8 weeks.
because
Talking about Tom.
They don't want to win.
yeah, let's
Dallas
talk
doesn't
about
want to
Tom.
win
Talking about
this year.
Tom, I see where you're going with this. I see where
Talking
you're going with
about
this. Keep
Tom,
going.
we got Monday night, Buccaneers Giants. How's Daniel Jones you think you're gonna do, Shenny? How do you think Daniel Jones is gonna do?
Absolutely terrible. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
that's your guy right there, Shenny. So be careful with what you
No,
say.
I
That's
was
your
This
gonna
boy.
Bucks
Danny
defense
Dimes your
his
boy.
guy.
good, bro.
This is Shenny's second team. So
That's why
Whoa.
I asked
careful
you.
here.
This is
Careful
Daniel
here.
Jones'
Whoa.
guy right here.
Careful
Whoa.
here.
Need this game to get under 40 points. That's all I'm asking for. Bucks need to win under 40 points. That's all I want out of this game. I think the Buccaneers could even go like 37-3. I think that's the type of game this might be.
What are the odds we see a Bengals outcome here?
Not a fucking chance, bro. Come on. Hold on. That's Ryan Tannehill's like team over there. This is Tom Brady, bro. There's no way
This is
he
Tom
hasn't
Brady.
missed it. No way he hasn't missed up against the Giants.
I
If they do, bro, this is gonna be such a bad clip.
It'd be crazy.
No, I don't think it's happening because, like, we are about to talk about our MVP picks. This is mine, Tom Brady,
Ooh.
43.
Let me check
He's
some stats
taking
on that.
this Bucks team to the Super Bowl, and he's gonna win it versus Shenny's dumb Steelers in Tampa Bay.
Oh,
And he's
Jimmy.
going to be the
Hot
only
take. You heard it here first.
No.
You heard it here
team
first.
to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium ever. And Tom Brady's collecting the records, collecting the rings.
No, Jimmy, just imagine the storyline for this, okay? Listen. This is how the NFL season is going to play out. You heard it here first. This is exactly how it's going to play out. The Pittsburgh Steelers will go 16-0 and battle the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. And you get
Lose.
Big Ben versus Tom Brady head-to-head for a Super Bowl title. Whoever wins retires. That's all we're saying. Whoever wins retires. NFL wants it this way. Tom Brady get a ring somewhere else. Big Ben and the Steelers, America's team. To
you
just
think
16-0.
America's team. What?
America's team.
Where'd you
What?
pull
this guy's
that
just
from?
claiming America's team?
You took it from the boys or what?
So
Well,
you think-
7-0.
so you
That's
think
what
Big Ben-
happens.
You think this Steelers team is gonna be the first team to do it completely undefeated and go to the Super Bowl and win it?
Since the
100%.
Dolphins in
This-
1970?
This Steelers
Is this Dan
defense
Marino?
is legitness.
Not Dan Marino.
Might be in the
Who was
talks
it?
of best time.
It was the
Wasn't
70s.
it Dan Marino?
No, Dan Marino doesn't have no rings.
No, it was 87.
It was 72.
But he was the
It was
undefeated team.
72.
Dan was the undefeated team.
Oh, maybe. No, I don't think so. Was he? I
Bro,
don't
Dan
think so.
Marino was the quarterback of the undefeated team.
I think my facts are right here, buddy.
Well,
Pretty sure it was
I
Dan
could tell you
I'm
right
looking it
now,
up now.
Dan Marino does not have a Super Bowl ring. I could tell you that right now. He's one of the best quarterbacks. To,
No, it was
72 Dolphins.
Wait a minute.
yeah, no.
Yeah, 72 Dolphins went 14-0 regular season and went on to win against the Browns. No,
And their
Don
quarterback
Shula was the
definitely-
coach. This isn't telling me shit.
Don Shula, baby.
Hold on. I don't know, bro.
Well, I could do
This
one.
is, I'm looking at 7 different links. That's not helping me with nothing.
Marino.
I'm on Football Reference. Here we go. No, he didn't. He wasn't on the team.
And yeah, he came into the league at 83. So you guys have a 10-year difference on your hands right there.
I said 87 was his year, though. I said 87. I thought was the
Dang.
undefeated year, and 87 they were 7-5, or he was 7-5 and was injured for some of the seasons. So,
Yeah,
not
like I
very
said,
accurate.
one
Look,
of
this
the-
is average takes. This ain't
is
accurate
average
takes.
here.
Well, I
This
will
ain't
tell you the
accurate takes.
regular takes I got on my side over here. Because I knew Dan doesn't have no Super Bowl rings.
Hey, Dan only completed like just barely 60%. Like a lot of 57% seasons and stuff.
Still
I
great.
don't know what all the hype is, bro. You're only completing just under 60, bro. Get on my fucking face, bro. You're not even in my conversation.
Back
So
in the
Bob,
day,
you got Tom Brady
was-
for MVP. And you think Tom Brady, this MVP team, goes on, wins it at home in Tampa and against the Steelers.
Yep.
Roman, who you got?
Come on, dude. Patrick Mahomes winning
Patty
it
Mahomes.
with Andy Reid's mustache. He's riding Andy Reid's mustache all the way.
Okay,
By the
so
way.
that for sure means that Chiefs team has to go through the Steelers team.
Yeah,
The
they
steel
do it.
curtain.
and they do it.
This AFC side is strong because you look at
That's the
the
matchup I want
NFC.
to see.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
Tampa-
what I
Tampa's got
want
the
to
best
see.
I
run.
want to see it. Everybody
Aces.
wants to see it.
But I
Everybody
mean,
wants to see it.
hey, coming from a Steelers reference, we've beat the best already. We beat the best sides of the Chiefs. Okay, besides the Chiefs and AFC, we have beat the best.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to get the Chiefs in this playoffs because they've been hit in stride last year, and last year we weren't even close. This is our year. We're gonna put everything together. We're gonna mastermind the hell out of Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna look bad in this AFC Championship game whenever this comes. Because I think the
honestly-
Steelers get a 1 seed. And
I
Bob,
believe there's
I
no
like
chance
this-
that happens.
that
I
first
like
week
this team in
bye,
the Super Bowl, bro.
coming
They're
true.
proven that this coach Mike Tomlin's already done it. Big Ben in a Super Bowl. He's pretty fucking proven in a Super Bowl. Couple
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Bowls. I don't know, bro. And like Tom Brady, I'm not gonna lie, not the best track record in Super Bowls. I mean, he's got a lot of them. He's been there more than everybody, but he's lost a few. Like he should have won.
He's also won more than any quarterback.
He's been more than any quarterback. So that's like
Yeah, but-
saying, LeBron is the best ever, but he's been to the most. Or I mean, it's kind of a little different because LeBron hasn't won the most because of Bill Russell and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know. Two different sports with crazy differences.
Basketball on my brain right now. I've been thinking about basketball all day. I don't even know who to think for fucking my MVP either. I
Dalvin
was thinking
Cook.
before this week, I was thinking my MVP was like Derrick Henry. After they lose to the Bengals, I feel like he's not going to get enough votes going forward from now on. I mean, he's still the leading rusher in my head, the best runner in the league, but I just feel like him and Tannehill were probably going to eat votes from each other. For if I'm going to lock one in now, I'm going to have to go with Pat Mahomes also. I think Pat Mahomes has been playing at a super high level. This team has been good. I'm going to have to agree with Pat Mahomes.
Well,
I like that. I think honestly, 1 and 2 has to be Mahomes, Russ right now.
Yeah, Russell.
You can make an argument to flip flop them just because, but I don't know if you really can because Russ had it was a bad statistic week with interceptions last week. In his loss, it was a bad week. In Mahomes' loss, it wasn't a bad week for MVP.
Yeah, I feel like that boosts Russell up more because when he plays bad, the team loses. When he plays good, the team wins. That's what an MVP is. I mean, most valuable player on your team.
I mean, today he had 261, 4 touchdowns. That's another. I mean, those are some of those video game numbers he was putting up before. But I think right now you have to put those 1 and 2, and I think you can lock in T.J. Watt for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then you can lock that in. JJ, your reign is no longer in
Justin
this Watt
Herbert,
household.
Rookie of the Year. You can lock that one in.
No, because there's a boy in Cincy who's playing his ass off as well, Joey B.
Shut up, dude.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
They had the
no
same
chance of
record, so
happens.
maybe.
That doesn't matter when you're giving awards,
Not
though.
the same stats, though.
Not
Yeah.
stats, bro.
Yes.
Herbert's insane stats right now.
Yep.
I guarantee they have similar stats. I fucking guarantee it.
Oh, because he has
Look
a
at that
game
chance.
more.
See it then.
He has a whole game more.
Let's see. I'm
A
doing
game
the math
Chargers
right
team.
now.
His whole game more is against four Chargers team.
17, 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, a whole game more though.
For Justin Herbert and 5 interceptions with pretty much 300 yards a game, 300 plus a game, pretty much. Now let's see. Jazz. Where's Joe Burrow?
11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
3, 5, 6, 9. Wait, hold up. I just fucked up my math.
He has 11 with
6. He has
5.
he has 8 touchdowns.
I got 11
He has 8 passing
touchdowns.
touchdowns. I'm not looking at. Yeah. 8 passing and then 2 rushing. 3 rushing.
Okay, but his 1 week against the Chargers, he had 193, and then he had 316, 312, 300, 183, 313, 406.
Yeah, you know
Today he
what?
had
It's
249.
not that far apart. They're like not that much separation. I think with one less week though, and having more passing touchdowns, and just like watching the two play, comparing them like the eye test, I have to agree Herbert's the better quarterback of those two. But I've been biased on Burrow
So
all
far.
year, so that's not really saying much.
Yeah, we'll see how the season continues to roll. These two rookies definitely feel one of them is going to take for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know any other rookie besides you can maybe put Claypool in the conversation, but I think those two deserve it more than Claypool would at this stage.
I wouldn't even put Claypool in the conversation.
Yeah.
Me either.
Well,
He had a
I
couple
feel
big
like
games.
I don't
One
know.
big game.
I feel like he's doing better than CD though. Do you guys believe that?
He ain't in the convo either.
Yeah.
Only because Dak being gone. I think CD was starting to get like hot, and getting comfortable right as Dak got injured. But we'll see. I think CD's going to be more of a target now with the quarterback situation being off, because all you got to really plan for is Amari and Michael Gallup, and he's kind of the only option to throw to other than that.
Well, you got Tua coming in now. I don't think he can put up whatever the rest of the season unless he just completely goes off like he.
Yeah,
I just don't see that coming
it
from.
would take.
Yeah, I don't even think Tua is
I don't know.
that good.
It's magic. Might have rubbed a little bit of magic on that boy. Who knows?
Maybe the defense, not him.
Yeah, maybe the defense. You can't get outscored by your defense and get put into a Rookie of the Year conversation right after.
Yeah, he only threw one TD.
And the TD was a fluke touchdown, like great catch by the wide
he
receiver.
caught it like
But he
Great catch. It was a
locked up.
PI
He was locked up.
for sure.
Yeah, it was a pass interference, but he just held on to the ball.
Yes, sir.
you dig. We have anything else we want to mention?
Like always, like and
Did
subscribe.
any of you?
Sir.
I was gonna say, did any of you see Brad's stats? But I think they had a bye this week.
Yeah, did have a bye.
Make sure you guys tune into those.
Another
games.
Another
500 yards.
Yeah, 900-yard game, 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Typical.
Well,
just
what a
make sure-
crazy week in football.
Yeah, it was a very
Make sure
weird
like
week.
and subscribe.
Like and
Just wanna throw it out
subscribe. Do it.
Also,
Like and
Just wanna throw it out there.
subscribe. Do it.
also too, I want to preview. We're gonna be going live for the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson fight. So I just want to put that out there for everybody that's watching. Get excited for it. We're still doing the giveaway. It's just taking a little longer than we expected. We're getting closer and closer every day. So
Gotta get to
hopefully
the
we can
100.
ship this
Subscribe.
jersey off soon. Yeah, hopefully we can get to 100 here soon and get rid of this jersey.
Yeah, tell your friends subscribe. Tell your parents subscribe. Tell your
friends to
aunts and
subscribe.
uncles to subscribe.
And if they don't want to do it for them.
Take their
Boom,
phone. Simple.
Yeah.
Comment if
boom.
you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about, how we're doing on our picks, or if you have an argument.
That's how dumb Shane sounds when he
said.
talks about the Steelers. Anything you want down in the comments. We'd
Anything.
like
It doesn't gotta be nothing
it.
special.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Nothing
I'm
wrong with
7.
being average.
I'm 7-0, baby.
As always, see you like
We
and
end
subscribe.
it there.